So I made a video about backtesting, how to backtest like a pro for you guys. If you haven't watched that video, you might just want to go and check it out now. So I got a comment on the short, not on the particular video. I got a comment on the short from one of my viewers, now my subscriber. If you haven't subscribed, go and subscribe as well. He's asking me that how do people backtest from previous years to the current year? Please, can you help me with that? So of course I can help you. Just drop whatever you have to say, like literally anything you want to tell me. You can just put it down in my comment section. And that's one thing I love. I usually ask you guys to engage my posts, like engage the videos you guys are watching, not just watch and just go away. Like watch the video, like the video, comment. That comment is very, very important. Let me know if you feel the video, or maybe you have any 2 cents, if you want to give your 2 cents, or maybe even if it is just thank you or whatever, right? And subscribe. That subscribe is very, very paramount as well to grow the channel. You feel me? I replied, I said, of course, Mr. Jiboye, I would make a video on that soonest, but fast alternative, the top-down analysis, because I did recommended a video in the description of the main video on top-down analysis, right? So I said the top-down analysis in the description might be part of the solution, if not all. So subscribe and stay tuned. I got you. Thanks for tuning in, champ. Of course, you all are champ, especially you that have subscribed. And you that is about to subscribe now, you are champ, right? So now, firstly, you really don't, or based on my own opinion, my own 2 cents, you really don't. I see no reason why you should go as far as checking what has happened in the far year, like what in the past years, back in the years, right? This can only be part of your business. This can only be part of your business if you are a swing trader, right? Maybe you are trading on the monthly time frame, you are trading on the monthly time frame, weekly time frame. You can have business with the yearly time frame based on the rule of top-down analysis. You need the higher time frame included, right? You need the higher time frame included. So by the way, if you haven't watched that video on top-down analysis, you wanna go check it out now. You will see the video here. Just relax, or it can be in the it will be in the description box below. You feel me? So calm down, watch this video. You only have business with the previous years. If you are a swing trader, even swing traders, I don't see why you should go as far as checking previous years, because you really don't have much data. Now, especially if you are a day trader or a swing trader, bro, you have no business with checking what has happened in the far past. Like even what is happening within a year should be enough for you, right? But the market is dynamic, and so you can actually go as far as checking maybe 3 years back, or maybe 5 or maybe 4 years back. You feel me? But not as like trying to go far past. But for the sake of this particular comment, I've given you my opinion, but I'll still answer the question regardless, and I'll work on this particular response. Yeah. So now, if you want to backtest, I think I have a list here that I'll work on, because I've prepared everything here already, just for me to cut it short and move on to my next business, right? I'm very busy. So let's just get straight into the video. Now, I said important things to know about the chart. I'll be using GBP/USD, right? GBP/USD. Now we have GBP/USD here. You see, we have stocks, we have funds, we have futures, we have forex, we have crypto, right? And GBP/USD is a currency, right? So it is basically for forex. Right? Now, but I want to use all here, so it will bring both the one under the crypto platforms and everything all together on this place, right? So we have varieties of GBP/USD here now. But let's start from this. We'll choose the first one. I'll go to the daily time frame. No, I'll go to the yearly time frame rather, because the question was, how do people backtest from previous years, right? So now, this orientation is very, very important for you to know. You should calm down, watch. calm down and watch. This is FX. Before it was popularly known as FXCM, maybe FXCM or maybe FXTM, I don't know, but I think it was FXCM, right? Now the thing is, you see all these candles here, we've got quite some candles. This is how many bars? We've got 54 bars of candle here, meaning we've got 54 candles, also representing 54 years. 54 years basically. Now these 54 years, this is for the FX, this is for the first platform. Let's go to the other platform, same GBP USD, right? If you go to Oanda, you have to take note of this in case you don't know it before, right? So because this video is mainly is not only for beginner or maybe for intermediate, it's also for pro and any, regardless of your status, your level, you feel me? So this is Oanda now. If you read the candles again, this candle on same time frame, yearly time frame, we've got a candle, we've got just 23 bars, meaning we've got just 23 candles representing 23 years. Now the first one was on FX, it was 54 bars, and now on Oanda it is 23 bars. You feel me? Now if you check another one, this is Forex.com or Forex.com, right? This one, if you check this one again, let's just see, this one is 19 bars, just 19 bars. And we can go, if you keep on checking like that, we'll just use those three basically because time is running out. So if you keep on checking like that, you will notice that the point is, the platforms or the companies offering this chart that we are using, offering these candles, this chart that we are using, they are different. You feel me? So they have different data, but this particular one that I showed you first, which is the first one, which is here on, while editing this video, I'll zoom in now for you to see, which is the FX. It was known as FXCM before, but now it is FX. You feel me? Now it carries the most data. It carries the most data. You can go out, like it has 54 bars, 54 years. I think is the most, just like I said, it carries the most data basically. So you can go as far as checking wherever you like, you feel me? So that's just the point here. That's one thing you have to keep in mind. And number two that I have to keep in mind, now let's go back to the FX, because it is that FX that I'll be using, on this particular video. So number two, second thing you have to keep in mind is we have different opportunities, we have different advantages. You feel me? What I mean by that is that the data you're gonna see, the access you're gonna have as a free user of TradingView is not same opportunity you would have as a premium user of TradingView. You feel me? They are different between data. You can see they are different between data like candles, like past data you can see basically, and they are you can't use the replay button. You can't use. There are a whole lot of opportunities. There are some opportunities there, right? Basically, so if you need this, you can actually go for the premium, right? I'll show you now. Okay, let me just show you that now. So this is, if you go to the, let me say, on the 4 hour time frame or any time frame basically, the maximum number you can see as a free user on TradingView is 5,000 bars, 5,000 candles. Let me show you this. Power up you could see now, this is it. You see, your plan only sees 5,000 bars. Go further back in time by upgrading your plan today, just like I said. So essential plan or plus 10,000 bars will be available, premium 20,000 bars, depending on your level, depending on the amount you paid, or depending on your subscription. That is the amount of bars, meaning candles. We are talking about bars, it means candles that will be allowed to view, will be allowed to see and work on. You feel me? Beside that, all this plan comes with they come with the replay tool that you can actually trade it as if you are trading in live market, right? So you can actually go for that, but you feel me? But I personally am not using it. You know what I'm saying? I'm using the free plan basically. So that's another thing you have to know. Keep that in mind. You only have access to 5,000 bars. So only 5,000 bars, 5,000 candles, whatever. Let me know in the comment section what company you would have gone for amongst all this one I've shown you now, like which one, or maybe you have another recommendation, or maybe you have something to tell me. Also, if you have somewhere, you know, if you can help with, maybe if there's somewhere we can get a free replay tool. I've not done any research on that, so maybe where we can get free replay tool, you can also let me know in the comment section for people to also gain something from you, or maybe you have something to share. Basically, just drop it in the comment section, engage the post. This is a comment video but I think it's gonna be a professional one, so it won't just look like an ordinary video. I will show you things like I'm showing you already, you feel me? So but on this one I won't be explaining time frame or whatever. I've actually done a video on time frame, so that one will also be in the description box. You should go and check it out after this video. I've recommended two videos. The first one is on how to backtest. I'll tag the main video of this comment, which is how to backtest like a pro, top-down analysis, and time frame, you feel me? So I've done on this channel. You just have to subscribe. At this point you have to subscribe, because there's a bunch of videos on this channel that can literally help you from beginner, from innocent to pro level trader. You feel me? Everything is on this channel, you feel me? And if you want to sign up for my mentorship, the link will also be in the description. Everything is in the description, you feel me? So moving on, learn to switch between time frames. Go with that one. And if you know how to switch between time frames, if you know how to maneuver between time frames already, congratulations, right? So I said cut a chunk. What I mean by cutting a chunk is like marking something like this out, marking things like this out. I can mark it, I can mark it out like this, or I can use this one. I can use the vertical line, just drop it maybe here like this, like to divide it, so I'll know, okay, this is where I'm doing from the middle to the side, to the left hand side, or from the middle to the right hand side, you feel me? That's why I use the vertical line at times, but majority of the time I use this one. I use the rectangle, or maybe whatever, you feel me? I use a zone, right? Just put it in a zone to cut a chunk. My reason for asking you to cut a chunk is this one is even too big, because we're on the yearly time frame. Yeah, this is 12 months. As you can see, this is 12 months, meaning a year, right? So cutting a chunk on this this small one we cut out, we have how many years here? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have 10 years in just this small box. Now if you don't cut a chunk, let's say you want to backtest from what has been happening from 25, or what has been happening from 2025 back up to what has been happening from 10 years ago, right? How do you know that you are still trading, or you are still backtesting within that 10 years, if you are not cutting a chunk, or if you are not cutting it out? So that's the reason for cutting a chunk. Now if you go to the weekly, if you go to the maybe monthly, let's use 6 months. Let's use 6 months. How do you want to know that you are still doing things within 10 years? You can't know. Or if you go to the monthly time frame, you see, as you keep going, the more you switch, let's delete this. As you keep switching, so as the time frame, as you keep switching time frames, so there's more data for you to see, and you'll probably be lost if you are not cutting a chunk, like I said, right? So that is that is the advantage of cutting a chunk. Now let me go back to that yearly time frame and cut it out, because we are lost here now. We don't know if we are still within the range of 10 years, or maybe we have added one, or we have added extra years, or maybe we have omitted some years, right? So now let's go back to the yearly time frame. Which is the 12 months, and cut a chunk. This is it. We want to cut a chunk from 10 years, right? Simply just count out 10 years, right? 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10, right? So we are correct. We cut 10. We are cutting just 10 out. Now if you go to the 6 months, we will know that we're still within the range of 10 years. If we go to the where are you if we go to the monthly time frame, you see we will know that we are still within the range of 10 years. Now as you keep switching, it will keep expanding. And no matter how, now if you are not cutting a chunk, or if you are not zoning it out, if you are not putting a zone or maybe putting a level there, we will be lost. We will get to some extent, we will get to a point that we will be lost. We wouldn't know where we are, right? So the point is, that is just the essence of cutting a chunk, and that's how to backtest like a pro. You feel me? So now from here, you can actually, we need the higher time frame. If our monthly time frame is our higher time frame, maybe you want to check what is happening in the past, what is happening after. You can just cut a chunk again. You feel me? You can just cut from here to here again. Now if you go to the weekly time frame, or let's use the daily time frame. Now you see, now we are lost. You see how wide this thing is. If I just expand it now, you see we can't even know where we are again. But now seeing this box, we know that okay, this is where we cut out. For us to analyze, to backtest from, rather. So from here now, you can just start doing your analysis. Maybe you want to draw your trend line. Draw your trend line, see what has been happening. This is January 2017, right? So we are backtesting what happened back then in 2017, basically, and while maintaining our range, while maintaining our zone, right? So might wanna check out, okay, this one we have one. Let me just use my pen tool. So we have one touch here, bounce off from this trend line. This one, they didn't touch the trend line. Can adjust it, but you can use this or this one. So this is trend line, and okay, this is what happened. This is a support. This is a support where the market came from, bounced up from here to same thing. Okay, I'm giving you a crucial orientation already. Same things I've been doing on this channel. If you don't know how to analyze, there are many videos on this channel that can help you, like turn you to a pro. You feel me? Turn you to a beast for free of charge. You know what I'm saying? I have mentorship, but even the videos on my channel is okay for you to be profitable. You feel me? But if you want to cut things if you want to cut things fast for yourself, make things fast for yourself with no stress, literally no stress, and they are more massive opportunity. That's why mentorship is good and advisable at times. You feel me? But if you don't have much, or maybe you feel like you don't want to spend and you want to cut your long story short, or the channel is okay for you, you can just sit on the channel. But if you want to cut the long story short and go for something more professional, you can actually just sign up for my mentorship. It will be in the description box below. So you see all this support. You see, those are places where you can potentially buy from. You see this pattern now. I'm sure you already know it. If you are one of my subscribers on this channel, or if you are one of my viewers, my potential, my loving viewers or my returning viewers. Basically, I teach about this pattern a lot. You see, first leg, second leg, that's an entry opportunity for you. Same thing here again. This is an entry opportunity for you. This is an entry, another entry opportunity for you. There are so many opportunities there, right? And if you finish from that place, you can go, okay, you backtested uptrend, you want to backtest downtrend, you can go again, okay, maybe draw your trend line. You can use any strategy, not only retail trading strategy alone. You feel me? The opportunity is open to any strategy, regardless of your strategy. Everybody can use it. So if you are using, let's say you are using other blocks now. Let's say you are using other blocks. Let's say you are trading other block or liquidity. Okay, this is a liquidity now. See, this is a liquidity right here. I know all the strategy. I'm a jack of all trade, basically. So this is my liquidity. This is my liquidity sign. You feel me? Everything is there, easy. Same result. I usually tell my mentees something, that all the strategy are actually the same, because at the end of the day we'll get same result, but our entry might just be different, our conferences might be different, but at the end of the day we just have just one bias and one end goal. You feel me? So you see, we actually saw a buy from here using the retail trading strategy, using just trend line and trend line support and resistance. You feel me? And candle confirmation. Same thing using liquidity strategy or maybe SMC concept. You feel me? I personally, having all this game plan in hand, I can actually use them as conferences. I've always told you guys that you can't be sure of what is going to happen. You can only trade based on probability. All trades are based on probability, not that you are sure, because you have there's no one holy grail anywhere, and there's no sure strategy anywhere. So we can only gather all these things regardless of all the strategy you have, regardless of whatever you think, regardless of the experience. You can only use them as confluences, right? Because we don't know where the market can get to and reverse or we break through. You feel me? So using a strategy of retail trading, using a strategy of a retail trader now, we got a buy from this particular level, and using the strategy of an SMC, an institutional trader. Basically, we also got the same result, which is a buy. The end goal is to get same. We always get same end goal, and we always get same result. And the end goal is, at the end of the day, just make money with your strategy. It's not just long story. Not just I'm trading this, I'm trading that. We are not a fan of, maybe we are not the type of always arguing Ronaldo is better than Messi, this one is better than that, bro. Just do one. At the end of the day, just make money with whatever you are using. That's the point. So we can go as far as checking. Let me look for another one. This is a liquidity here now. Same place we used a support to get a buy from. Yeah, same place we used a support to buy from. This is a liquidity here. Now the market tapped into that liquidity and moved. Let me mark that out. Market tapped into that liquidity and moved. Same thing here. You would have used a support to get a buy from here. And you see, by the end of the day, same liquidity strategy or SMC concept, institutional trading, institutional strategy did work as well. So that's for the uptrend. And for the downtrend, this is our trend line. You can switch. The point is, anybody can use it. Feel me? So, but I don't know why I just enjoy using trend line support and resistance at time. But me having all this game plan in hand, having all these games in hand, I know how to play I know how to roll my dice and play any game I love. Depend on how to switch with the market when the market is switching. The market is always dynamic. What you use today to catch a buy today might not work for you tomorrow. It will still work. It might still work, but see, I don't want to say much. This is just a reply to one of my this is just a reply to the comment on that my particular video. So I won't be going into much details. I've gone into more details already. This video is almost 30 minutes now. over 20 minutes. This video is over 20 minutes already. So I'll just recommend those videos in the description. Go and watch them, go and check it out after this particular ones, the video on maybe I would help you guys add a beginner guide to it, because I actually have a beginner guide on this channel as well. On how to trade as a beginner, from beginner to pro, you feel me, literally everything about trading. So I recommend a video on beginners guide. I'll recommend a video on how to backtest the particular video this particular person commented on. I'll recommend it, which is how to backtest like a pro, and also top down analysis, right? I've mentioned trade video, and also time frame as well, how to switch, how to maneuver between time frames. I will also tag that in the description. And lastly, just check out for yourself, you feel me. So I guess that'll be all for now, and let me know what your thought is about those companies I mentioned, those platforms I mentioned. If you have a suggestion, and if there's other platform we can use, or any other person can use, where they can get the free replay tool, you feel me. Not everybody has the money to afford the premium plan that we are using on our trading view at times. So if you have a suggestion, or maybe a plan B for that, so you can just drop it in the comment section, or maybe you can just message me on Instagram as well. You can message me on Instagram. The link will be in the description box below, and this is it on my screen, official_banks. So check it out and message me. So I guess that'll be all for now. Catch you guys on another video. Peace.